Hi everyone, Miss D, the Cocoa Librarian, with Miss D's literacy tip. Let them read! Hi everyone, Miss D here, the Cocoa Librarian, and today I have a literacy tip for you. And our literacy tip today is let them read. No matter what a child is reading, it is important that we as adults are encouraging a love of reading when it's appropriate. For instance, if your child loves the nonfiction, that is perfectly okay. I have a lot of parents come to me in the library and they're like, I really want my child to read a novel. I don't want them to necessarily be reading nonfiction all the time. I want them to read something like Shakespeare, or I want them to be reading Great Expectations or Little Women. And sometimes not all readers really want to read something like that. Not all readers are interested in fiction, and that is perfectly okay. And I tell parents that there is substance in the nonfiction. Nonfiction really helps to build a foundation for sometimes even children's gravitating towards the fiction books. For instance, if you are reading a book on myths, folklores, or like fairy tales, this might encourage your child to start reading some Chris Colfer books, where it's Land of Stories, or the Sisters Grimm, or a Brandon Mull book, or who knows, your child might gravitate towards the Percy Jackson series. It's a matter of finding what they love and then building those stepping stones early on. If your child really enjoys reading those who, where, or what is books, they might really be interested in biographies, and that's fine. Those early biographies, or those early reading chapter books in the nonfiction, will get them started reading larger, longer biographies, which a lot of schools now are putting on their recommended reading list. So just because it's not fiction does not mean it's not a valid source of reading. Some kids just love reading facts. They want to read books on animals. They want to read a cookbook. And some cookbooks have little stories inside where you were learning about the families. We as adults read cookbooks. I enjoy the cookbook section. I enjoy reading nonfiction and biographies. So as adults, it's important to encourage and just love and just nurture a love of reading, no matter what they're reading, when it's appropriate. So when your child says, let's try to get a book on facts, or let's read that National Geographic books on 100 facts, say, all right, let's read it together. Maybe you can find something or a topic that they might want to read about in the fiction section. So encourage that love of reading and let them read. This has been Miss D, the Cocoa Librarian, with your literacy tip. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye. This is 6 tips for enjoying nonfiction with young children. Number 1, choose great books. Not every book has to be something that just lists facts. Let the child explore. There are so many nonfiction books out there for you to choose from. Publishers are publishing something literally every day. So choose something that's great, that you're going to enjoy reading, and that your child's going to enjoy reading, and that you're both going to enjoy reading together. Number 2, leverage the pictures. Photos and illustration help kids make sense of what they're reading in the book. Point out the pictures, point out things within the pictures, help them to understand and make those connections. Number 3, adjust your reading approach. You don't necessarily have to read a nonfiction book from start to finish. Browse the index. See if something stands out to your child. Maybe they want to start in the middle of the book. Maybe they want to start at the end of the book. Adjust how you're reading it so they can have fun reading the nonfiction. Number 4, make it interactive. Don't just sit there and make it boring. Make it fun. Reading is so much fun and is meant to be enjoyable. Let the child read. You read a little. Make predictions. It's all about this being a joint effort and you guys being interactive together. Number 5, explore different types of nonfiction. There's so much nonfiction out there. And you want to make sure that your child is getting their hands on all of it. Maybe they want to read something on sea explorers, inventors, astronauts. There's so much for them to explore. Just choose different types. Maybe one week you learn about one thing, and another week you learn about something else. And number 6, focus on making connections. After they've read something, apply what they've just learned to something that they see every day. If they've read a book on animals, point out to them that the animals that they've read. If they read about a deer, point out to deer if you see that running around outside. Say, there's a deer. What did we learn about the deer? You want to make sure you're making those connections so it's relatable to your child. And these have been the 6 tips for reading nonfiction with your young children. If you like it, please follow the link in my description to learn more. Hi everyone, this has been Ms. D, your Coco librarian. If you like what you just heard, please subscribe below. I promise there's more fun stuff to come. I will see you all next time.